situation as the motorcade gets along onto I-75 or potentially Ben Hill Road, looking at the stairway to let the president off the plane. And we're going to check in with Lauren Petrelli, who is doing a little bit of a split shift here, talking about traffic this evening, because it definitely is one of our situations this evening. So whenever you're ready to pull up the maps, and as we wait for the president to get off the plane as well.
You know, it's a guessing game. It wasn't too long. I think we're old enough to remember where they actually knew where the president was going, and now it's all very secretive. In fact, when he flies in on Marine One, there's usually 3 helicopters instead of 1. So, you know, they can't obviously let anybody know where exactly he will be. But, I mean, if you look at the traffic situation in and around Southwest Florida, you pretty much know it's going to be one or the other road, or maybe a third road, but not too much guessing there, but we'll find out shortly.
Absolutely. Looking at his schedule, which has been made public, he's arriving here, obviously, right now. He should be arriving at Hertz Arena by 6:40. So by my estimates, that's he might be running a little bit behind.
But he doesn't stop for any red lights. Keep that in mind as well.
That is true, yeah. The airport's not too far off from Hertz Arena, and we'll take that podium that we are watching in Patrick's shot there from Hertz Arena at 7 o'clock is when he'll deliver his remarks. And
you see the jetway is moving up to the door there. We should expect the president to step out shortly. We were talking about the majestic Air Force One. Every time it lands, it's just an incredible jet. And you've noticed over the years, the whole jet has gotten bigger. Obviously, there's more responsibilities for the president. And also, the stairway has gotten bigger as well. It's almost landing on top and steps that go down. So we're awaiting the president. He's, when he deplanes, he'll be on his way to Hertz Arena for that big rally where Patrick Nolan is, and Al Cruz as well.
You can see the motorcade pulling up as well. They're going to be taking, of course, Mr. DeSantis, his wife, as well as Governor Scott. See the presidential car there also pulling up. And Carl Fortier is standing by, telling us what he is looking at. Carl?
Yeah, hi guys, this is Carl here. I don't know if you can hear me. I was just speaking a minute ago, but I am right behind the camera that is showing you the images that we're seeing. And one of the vehicles, that black vehicle, just pulled up in front of President Trump's welcoming committee, which includes Governor Rick Scott, Ron DeSantis, and his wife are also there to accompany him to Hertz Arena. We have not seen the president deplane. We have seen a number of other people from Air Force One deplane from a rear hatchway. Obviously, some of the press corps and other White House staff that travels with the president. We are waiting for him to descend the stairs towards the front of the plane, and there is quite a lengthy motorcade waiting to take them all to Hertz Arena, just down the road, where hundreds of people are waiting for the rally at which they're going to appear. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm not sure how long it typically takes for the President and First Lady to make their appearance to deplane once the plane is landed. But Air Force One just pulled up minutes ago. It's essentially I was doing some little research online, and what I understand is it's essentially a heavily modified Boeing 747, the jumbo jet. And from what I've learned, there's actually a couple of these in the fleet, and whichever one happens to be carrying the president is the one that gets the call sign designation of Air Force One. Military aircraft, obviously, as its name implies, flown by Air Force pilots. And there's quite a contingency waiting for the president to descend the staircase.
Well, the president has a bunch of rallies planned before Tuesday's election, including another stop Saturday in Pensacola, recently hit by Hurricane Michael, that area. He also visited Naples most recently last September to tour the city following Hurricane Irma. So this is not an area of which he's unfamiliar with. He's been here before. You mentioned a moment ago, Jane, it's one of the reddest parts of the state. And you could see by the people pouring in with their hats and shirts and so on that he expects a lot of support and probably a really big turnout. And so far, it's been like that.
It is interesting looking at his schedule for the next 6 days as we approach Election Day. You know, he's here today. He's going to be up in Missouri tomorrow for a rally speech there. And like you said, he's back in Florida on Saturday. So he's just kind of going back and forth. And as you can see, President Trump is now descending the staircase coming off Air Force One. His car is waiting for him below.
What they call the Beast?
The Beast.
The Beast is what they call
Yes.
the presidential car. It's impervious to a whole bunch of things. Obviously, the safest vehicle probably on the planet. And a nice salute at the bottom of the stairs. He's greeting some of the local dignitaries. I see Ron DeSantis' head there, as well as Governor Scott running for the Senate against Bill Nelson. You always wonder what they're chatting about at that time.
Exactly.
Is it,
how was your flight?
How's everything going?
Sure.
Okay.
Can you imagine how my flight was? I flew Air Force One.
How were the peanuts? You know, was the seat too small? What did they talk about exactly?
Doubtful. Well, I mean, we saw a couple of new announcements from the president. Actually, it seemed that the timing was as if he was from the air, that he is sending 15,000 more troops down to the border.
Yes.
For that caravan that is still 1,000 miles away in Central America. We can see that the president is now in the Beast, as you call it.
Yeah, and you can see when they open the door how thick those windows are.
Yes.
They're obviously bulletproof. And it looks like if we can stare right into the back seat, they're still chatting with Mr. DeSantis as well as Governor Scott. Again, you wonder what they're talking about.
Yeah, fascinating. You see all the Secret Service, they surround the car, and as soon as they're all safely inside, the doors are closed, Secret Service agents and the other handlers quickly leave their area, and now the motorcade is well on its way, leaving RSW at 6:37. Scheduled to arrive at Hertz Arena at 6:40, so again,
He
just
should
a
make
few minutes behind, but he still should be able to make the podium by 7 o'clock tonight.
I think there's plenty of time, and as I mentioned a moment ago, he's not stopping at any red lights on Corkscrew Road as he heads in that direction. So I can only imagine that